What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the #1 hot spot for Xbox. I'm Detroit's Reaper and we're back with another video. And today we're talking about Microsoft in Japan, or Microsoft doing a conference in Tokyo Game Show this year. So reports are coming in and articles are dropping saying that Microsoft has pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show conferences and only Sony will be there. Kind of how Sony pulled out from Gamescom, but the difference is that apparently Microsoft is still going to have some sort of conference. I believe they did this in 2014 as well, where they pulled out of Tokyo Game Show's conferences and went directly to doing like a direct stream all over the Tokyo Game Show or whatever, and just showing a bunch of games. But the problem with this for me is it makes them look like they're not going to cater to Japan anymore. And I don't want to say that that's a bad thing, but it's kind of, it's like, it's not bad, it's not really good, because I understand that they don't sell there, so it makes no sense to put money in that direction. But at the same time, the only way for you to, gain some of their trust, get them to buy a couple of the consoles or whatever, is to kind of try and cater to them, even if it's only like 2 games per year, or a couple games over there, like a free-to-play game that's like Japanese oriented or Chinese oriented, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with doing that, even if you have to release that game worldwide and it sells better in the US, even though Japan is the one who you made it for. It doesn't matter. They should have still catered to them a little bit. And the 2014 or 13 stream that I watched, it was pretty bad. Like, it wasn't really bad, it was just, there was nothing new in the stream at all. Maybe to the Japanese people all of the games were new, but they were showing things like Killer Instinct, Dead Rising, Rise, games like that were already released. And it was just kind of like, it was like a fizzle. It wasn't a bang, like you didn't watch it. And I basically turned it off like almost a little while in. They didn't show anything new. It was just a whole bunch of old games. And I get that they don't want to focus too much money into that area, so it makes sense for them to just show off what's already out on the console. And if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. I don't know. I really hope they put some sort of focus into the Japanese market, because it's one thing for Sony that Microsoft can't do. Because Sony is a Japanese company and they've been around for so long, they've catered to all types of gamers for years and years and years. Everyone works for them. So like, they get all of the American type of games, they get all of the European type of games, and they get all of the Japanese type of games. But for Microsoft, it's not the same. It goes like, they can get all of the American type of games, they can get most of the games for the European, but they probably won't be, they'll be limited to the games that they get in Japan. And you can tell right off the bat what I mean by that. Just look at the games that aren't Sony owned, but they are only coming out on the PlayStation 4 in Japan, or things like, or over there, period. You will never see stuff like a Persona game or a JRPG on the Xbox that isn't like that that Microsoft didn't pay to get. Like, they're not, like Sony, like the people who are developing the Japanese RPGs and things like that in Japan, they're putting those on the PlayStation 4 because they want to. Microsoft would have to come and actually negotiate with those people and say, look, we know we don't sell here very well, but we still want your game on our product. And then they would probably have to put in some money, and then doing that, they lose out on profit. They don't get a profit for that. So it's kind of one thing that Sony definitely has over Microsoft, is being able to work in every market. Maybe if Microsoft somehow could cater to the American crowd better than Sony somehow, and games that are made in America or whatever, because they're an American company, maybe if they could cater to them better, they would get more third-party exclusives from people in America or companies in America. But one thing about the difference between a Japanese company and an American company is a Japanese company will just know that their product is probably going to sell on a Japanese product, whereas an American company, they aim to sell for everybody. You know what I mean? They don't care where it goes. As long as it's selling, they want to put it there. And because Japanese games don't sell very well on the Xbox, it makes sense that they wouldn't put it on the console. And that's one of the problems that the Xbox fan bases need to fix sooner than later. They need to start broadening their horizons a lot more. They need to start buying these JRPGs. They need to start buying these games. I understand if you don't like it, it is what it is, but there are a lot of people on the Xbox who do enjoy JRPGs like Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey, things like that. There are people who do like those types of games, but they still don't buy the game. You know what I mean? They'll buy it. And I'm at fault here too. This is one of the things that I did. I didn't buy Lost Odyssey day one. I didn't buy Blue Dragon. I played the demo of Blue Dragon. I fell in love with the game, but I didn't buy it day one. I bought it used. That's another problem. You see what I'm saying? Like they see that you're not buying the game and they're not making a profit from it, so they won't put it on the console at all. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I could be wrong. You guys let me know what you guys think of this. Is it an issue that the Xbox fan base needs to start to fix, where we start broadening our own horizons, or do you think it's fine that we just play the games that we just what we like in it, and how we don't get the games that from everywhere, you know what I mean, from like Japan, Japanese devs, and maybe some European devs may not put stuff on our console. So yeah, that's really all I got for y'all today. So yeah, just keep killing the game. Peace.